Kai stepped off the shuttle and felt the soft breeze of Allura brush his face. The sky glowed with shades of violet and pink, and the suns hovered gently above the horizon. He took a deep breath and tried to calm his excitement. Everything around him was new. Tall crystal towers reflected the sunlight in sparkling colors. The streets were alive with creatures moving gracefully, some walking on legs, others floating above the ground. He carried a small bag on his shoulder, which held his few belongings. He had dreamed of coming to Allura for years. This planet was famous for its schools that taught humans and aliens together. Here, students learned not only science and history, but also respect and cooperation between species. Kai hoped to understand their world, make friends, and maybe find something unexpected along the way. The shuttle landed smoothly, and Kai followed the crowd to the exit. Alien students surrounded him. Some had skin that shimmered like water. Others had wings that glowed faintly. They spoke in soft tones, a mixture of sounds and gestures. Kai felt nervous. He had never been surrounded by so many alien beings at once. A tall figure with silvery skin and gentle eyes approached him. "Hello," she said. Her voice was melodic and soothing. "You must be Kai. I am Luma. I will be your roommate." Kai smiled, feeling slightly relieved. "Hi, Luma. It's nice to meet you. I'm excited to be here." Luma nodded and led him to the dormitory. The building looked simple from the outside, but inside it was full of light. Soft floors absorbed sound, and windows overlooked gardens that floated in midair. Small streams of glowing water ran along the walls. The sight made Kai's heart beat faster. He had never imagined a place could feel so alive. Their room was shared with a few other students, both human and alien. Beds floated a few inches above the floor, and each had a small personal space that glowed faintly when in use. Luma showed him how to adjust the light in his area, and Kai felt grateful for her help. "Thank you," Kai said. "Looking around, everything is amazing. I don't know where to start." Luma smiled softly. "You will find your way. It is natural to feel unsure at first." "We all did when we arrived," Kai nodded. He wanted to explore immediately, but he knew it was important to settle in first. Luma explained the rules of the dorm and introduced him to other roommates. There was Mira, a human girl who loved technology, and Rilo, a small alien with bright green skin and large curious eyes. Everyone seemed friendly and welcoming. After unpacking, Kai and Luma walked outside to see the campus. The garden stretched as far as Kai could see. Flowers that glowed in blue and pink floated above the ground, moving gently as if breathing. Streams of clear water ran between the paths. Kai bent down and touched the water. It was cool and smooth. He laughed softly, feeling like a child discovering magic for the first time. Luma watched him with a quiet smile. "The water is safe," she said. "Many of us like to relax here. It helps us feel connected to our surroundings." Kai nodded. "It is beautiful. I have never seen anything like this on Earth." She tilted her head. "I am sure Earth has its beauty. Allura is different. Here, we value harmony with nature and with each other. Humans are learning this as well." They walked along a path that led to a large hall where students gathered for meals. The hall was open to the sky, and lanterns floated gently above the tables. Kai saw humans and aliens eating together, laughing and talking. The atmosphere was warm and welcoming. Kai felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. He wanted to fit in, to make friends, to understand their ways. He knew it would take time, but Luma's calm presence made him feel that he could do it. As they walked back to their dorm, the sky turned darker. The twin suns had lowered behind the horizon, and stars began to appear. They walked in silence for a while, simply enjoying the beauty of Allura at night. When they reached the dorm, Luma stopped at the glowing pool near the entrance. Water shimmered with soft light. "Many of us relax here before bed," she said. "It is peaceful and helps us reflect on the day." Kai looked at the pool. He had not expected anything like this. He nodded slowly. "It looks calming. Maybe I will try it tomorrow." Luma smiled again, a small, gentle curve of her lips. "You will like it. It is also a good place to think about your day and the people you meet." Allura is full of surprises. Kai felt a sense of wonder. He was far from Earth, far from everything he knew, but he also felt that he was exactly where he needed to be. Luma's calm presence was comforting, and he sensed that life here would be full of learning and friendship. That night, Kai lay in his floating bed, staring at the ceiling that reflected the stars above. His mind wandered over the things he had seen: the glowing gardens, the floating streams, the students laughing together. He felt a mixture of excitement and anticipation for the days to come. Before sleep took him, he thought of Luma. There was something about her gentle smile and kind eyes that stayed in his mind. He didn't understand it fully yet, but he knew that her presence would make this new world feel more like home. As Kai drifted to sleep, the water outside the dorm shimmered under the twin moons. He could not see the future, but he felt ready for the adventure that awaited him on Allura, a planet where humans and aliens could learn from each other, grow together, and discover the true meaning of friendship and respect. The morning sunlight streamed through the floating windows, casting soft colors across the dorm room. Kai stretched and yawned, feeling both excited and nervous for his first full day. Exploring Allura, he had heard from Luma about the communal bathing pools, places where students and aliens came to relax after studying or practicing skills. Today, he would see them for the first time. "Are you ready to see the pools?" Luma asked as she floated lightly across the room. Her silver skin shimmered softly in the sunlight, and her smile made Kai feel calm. Kai nodded. "Yes, I am curious. It sounds peaceful." They left the dorm and walked along a path lined with glowing flowers. The air smelled sweet, like honey, mixed with fresh rain. Birds with shimmering wings glided above them, and small streams reflected the sunlight in dancing patterns. Kai felt as though he were walking in a dream. Finally, they reached the bathing area. The pools were vast, clear, and calm. Water glowed with gentle light, changing colors like a soft rainbow. Steam rose from some of the warmer pools, giving the place a magical feeling. Students, both human and alien, moved gracefully around the water, chatting or simply floating. Kai could see that everyone seemed relaxed and happy. "Wow," he whispered. "It is more beautiful than I imagined." Luma smiled and guided him to a smaller, quieter pool. "This one is good for beginners," she said. "It is peaceful here, and you can feel the water's energy without distractions." Kai nodded and carefully stepped into the pool. The water was smooth and warm, embracing him like a gentle hug. He let out a small laugh of surprise. "It feels amazing." Luma stepped in beside him. "The water helps us feel connected to the surroundings and to each other. It is a place of calm and trust." Kai looked at her, noticing the soft shimmer of her skin in the water. Her presence made him feel safe. They floated for a few minutes in silence, watching other students moving gently through the pools. Some practiced floating techniques, while others simply relaxed, letting the water support them. Then, Luma spoke softly. "Would you like to try something different?" Kai tilted his head. "What do you mean?" She extended her hand slightly under the water. "Sometimes, touching another person's hand while floating helps us feel balance and trust. It is very simple, only if you are comfortable, of course." Kai hesitated for a moment, then smiled. "I am comfortable. I trust you." Their fingers brushed lightly under the water. Kai felt a small spark of warmth travel up his arm. He looked at Luma, who smiled softly, her eyes gentle and kind. The connection was subtle but undeniable. A simple contact that spoke of trust and friendship. "See?" Luma said. "Nothing strange, just trust and connection." Kai nodded. "It feels nice, calm, and safe." They floated together for a while, letting the water carry them. Kai realized that it was not only the pools that were magical, but also the presence of someone who cared about understanding him and teaching him about her world. As the day went on, other students joined them in nearby pools. Some played light games, floating balls of glowing water between themselves. Others practiced slow movements, almost like a dance. Kai watched and learned. Fascinated by the ease with which humans and aliens moved together, Luma guided him through a few gentle exercises, showing him how to float and balance. "You are learning quickly." she said with a smile. You adapt well to new things, Kai chuckled. I think the water helps. I feel lighter somehow. You are learning more than just floating, Luma said softly. You are learning to feel, to trust, and to be present. The two of them stayed in the pool until late afternoon. Kai felt relaxed in a way he had never felt before. He realized that the bond he was forming with Luma was based on respect, care, and shared experiences. Each small touch, each gentle movement, created a connection that was warm and pure. Later, as they left the pool, Kai wrapped himself in a soft towel. Thank you, Luma. That was more than I expected. It was peaceful, and I feel happy. Luma's smile deepened. I'm glad. The water has a way of showing the beauty in small moments. Friendship and trust grow slowly, just like the water shapes the stones in the streams. Kai nodded thoughtfully. I understand. I want to learn more about this world, and I want to understand you and the others better. You will, Luma said, step by step, day by day. Allura is full of lessons, but also full of kindness. You are not alone here. As they walked back to the dorm, Kai noticed how alive everything seemed. The trees swayed as if breathing, streams glimmered under the sun, and small creatures played among the floating gardens. He realized that Allura was not just beautiful on the outside, but also in how its inhabitants treated each other. Humans and aliens alike shared respect, care, and curiosity. That evening, Kai returned to the pool alone to reflect. The water glowed under the twin moons, and he could see the soft movements of other students relaxing in the distance. He remembered Luma's gentle smile and the warmth he felt when their fingers brushed. It was a simple moment, but it left an impression on his heart. Kai realized that this world was teaching him something important. It was not only about learning alien culture or floating in magical water. It was about connecting, understanding, and trusting. These small, kind moments were the foundation of friendships that could last a lifetime. When Kai finally left the pool, he felt calm and hopeful. He knew that tomorrow would bring new experiences, more lessons, and more moments of wonder. He thought about Luma and the gentle way she guided him. He felt grateful for her presence, and he understood that their friendship was beginning in the most beautiful way. Kai went to bed that night thinking about the water, the glowing pools, and the magical feeling of connection. Allura was teaching him not only about floating in harmony, but also about the power of small gestures, soft smiles, and trust between beings. He closed his eyes with a peaceful heart, ready for whatever the next day would bring in this incredible world. The morning sun reflected off the crystal towers of the Zorian Palace. As Kai prepared for his next challenge, Princess Nira had arranged a special contest, one that would test not only his agility and intelligence, but his ability to think under pressure against trained Zorian champions. The palace courtyard was filled with spectators, nobles, and warriors who had come to see if the human could truly compete. Kai stepped onto the arena floor, a calm determination in his eyes. He had already proven himself in agility and intelligence tests, but this challenge would be different. The champions were experts in combat, strategy, and endurance. They moved with precision and strength, confident that no human could match them. Princess Nira watched from her elevated platform, her expression curious. She had expected some clever maneuvers, but now she wondered how much Kai could accomplish against beings trained since birth to excel in these contests. The first opponent was Zev, a tall warrior with 4 arms and swift movements. Zev lunged at Kai with incredible speed. Kai dodged, rolling to the side and using his small size to his advantage. He anticipated Zev's next move, exploiting a slight delay in the alien's pattern. With a quick grab, he used Zev's momentum to toss him onto a soft barrier, earning gasps from the audience. Nira's eyebrows rose. Interesting, she whispered. He adapts in ways I did not expect. The next challenge involved 3 champions at once. They coordinated their attacks, moving like a single entity. Kai's strategy was simple but effective. He observed the champions' movements, noting the gaps and timing in their coordination. Using quick thinking and clever maneuvers, he led them into a trap he created on the spot. guiding them toward obstacles that slowed them down while he moved freely. The crowd watched in amazement. Kai's human ingenuity was clear. The Zorians were strong, but he relied on intelligence and agility, proving that humans could turn disadvantages into opportunities. By the time he faced the final champion, the audience was buzzing with excitement. Nero leaned forward, intrigued by the human's performance. The champion, a veteran named Lyra, was known for her speed and strength. Many believed she could defeat any opponent effortlessly. The battle began. Lyra lunged with incredible force, and Kai barely dodged. He could feel the power behind each strike, but he stayed calm. Humans were not the strongest, but they were clever. He noticed a pattern in Lyra's attacks, a small hesitation before a powerful move. Using this knowledge, he sidestepped that. The perfect moment, letting her momentum carry her past him. Kai countered with a move that relied on timing and leverage, using Lyra's strength against her. She stumbled and landed softly on a barrier, signaling the end of the match. The audience erupted in cheers. Even the palace advisors were astonished. Kai had defeated the champions, not through raw power, but through intelligence, courage, and adaptability. Princess Nera's eyes shone with admiration. She had expected a human to struggle, perhaps fail. Instead, she had witnessed a remarkable display of human skill. Her respect for Kai grew, though she maintained her royal composure. "You have done well, human," she said, her voice calm, but with a hint of warmth. "You have proven that humans are not to be underestimated. Your cleverness and courage have earned you recognition here." Kai bowed slightly. "Thank you, Princess. I only did what humans have always done. We survive. By thinking, by adapting, and by never giving up, even when the odds are against us." As the crowd dispersed, many spectators approached Kai, eager to speak with the human who had defeated their champions. Some praised his strategy, while others were curious about the human perspective on challenges and combat. Kai answered politely, sharing insights without arrogance. Later, Princess Nera approached him in private. "You have done more than I expected," she said. "Your victories are not just physical. You have shown that humans have qualities we often overlook. It is rare for someone to turn weakness into strength so effectively." Kai smiled. I am glad to have shown what humans can do. Respect is earned, not given. And I hope to continue proving that humans can face any challenge." The princess studied him for a moment. "You have certainly changed my view. Perhaps humans can become allies, even equals, in ways I did not imagine. I am curious to see what comes next." Kai nodded. "I am ready for whatever challenges await. Humans are strong in ways that are not always visible. That is our advantage." The sun began to set, casting golden light across the palace. Kai looked around the courtyard, feeling a sense of accomplishment. He had not only proven his own abilities, but had begun to change the perception of humans in the eyes of Zorians. Princess Nera walked beside him as they returned to the palace. "You have earned the attention of many today," she said. "Some may even seek your guidance in the future. Humans who think as you do are rare in this galaxy." Kai smiled quietly. "I only hope to continue showing what humans can achieve. We are more than what others assume." As they entered the palace, the evening lights reflected off the crystal walls, creating a warm and inviting glow. Kai felt a growing confidence. He knew that his journey on Zoria was just beginning, and that the challenges ahead would be harder. Yet, he also knew that humans could rise to any occasion if they used their minds, their courage, and their determination. Princess Nera watched him with a mixture of curiosity and respect. She realized that this human was more than a visitor. He was a symbol of potential, a reminder that strength could come in unexpected forms. Kai had won the first major test, but the real adventure was only beginning. He had earned admiration, respect, and a place in the palace as a human who could not be ignored. The princess herself would soon see that his cleverness and courage were just the start of what humans could offer. Tonight, Kai would rest, but his mind was already preparing for the next challenge. He had proven that humans could face great odds and emerge victorious. In doing so, he had planted the first seeds of a new alliance between humans and Zorians, a bond That could change the future of the galaxy. As the stars appeared above Zoria, Kai felt a quiet pride. The insult he had received at the royal ball was long forgotten. Now, he had earned something far greater: respect, recognition, and the knowledge that humans could shine even in the most alien of worlds. The palace gardens of Zoria were quiet in the early morning, bathed in the soft light of twin suns. Kai wandered among the crystal flowers and fountains, marveling at the delicate beauty of the alien world. The palace staff had prepared a special breakfast for him, but he was more interested in exploring. The previous challenges had been demanding, and his body ached slightly. Yet his mind buzzed with curiosity and excitement. Princess Nira appeared at the far end of the garden. She moved gracefully, her dress shimmering like liquid light, her glowing blue eyes focused on Kai. And for a moment, he felt the intensity of her gaze. She was not here to challenge him today. Instead, she seemed curious, almost friendly. "Kai," she said, her voice soft but clear, "you have performed well in the contests. You have proven that humans are clever and brave. But tell me, why do you face these challenges with such calm? Most would panic." Kai smiled slightly. "Humans face difficulties every day," he replied. "We learn to stay calm and think through problems. Panic rarely helps. I try to focus on what I can do, not what I cannot." Nira considered his words carefully. "Interesting. You see the world differently. That is not common here. Many Zorians rely only on strength or skill. But you use thought as your weapon." Kai walked closer, examining the glowing flowers along the garden path. "Thought can be more powerful than strength. Strength can break things, but thought can change outcomes before anything is broken." The princess nodded, walking beside him. "You are wise for a human. Perhaps you have more to teach me than I realized." They walked in silence for a moment, listening to the soft hum of the palace fountains. Kai noticed how the sunlight reflected in Nira's eyes, giving them a warmth he had not seen before. He felt a strange comfort in her presence, despite their earlier rivalry. He sensed that they shared a mutual respect that could grow into something stronger. "Tell me about Earth," Nira said suddenly, her voice curious. "I know little of humans beyond what our records show. What is your home like?" Kai's eyes lit up. "Earth is beautiful and dangerous. Mountains, oceans, forests, deserts. We have cities and villages, but also untouched lands. Humans have built great things, and we have made many mistakes. Yet, we learn from them. That is what keeps us alive." Nira listened intently, clearly fascinated. "You speak with honesty. Most visitors try to impress with exaggerations or flattery. You do not. That is refreshing." Kai shrugged slightly. "I do not need to exaggerate. The truth is often enough. Humans have survived because we face reality, not because we pretend it is something else." The princess smiled faintly. "Your honesty is unusual. It makes me wonder if humans might be stronger allies than I thought. You do not fear being yourself, even in a world that is alien to you." Kai looked at her, noticing the subtle smile on her lips. "I believe everyone has strength within them, even if others do not see it. Zorians are strong in body, humans in mind. Both can complement each other." Nira nodded, her glowing eyes thoughtful. "Perhaps there is truth in what you say. Maybe humans and Zorians can learn from one another. Your courage is one lesson I have learned firsthand." As they continued walking, a small fountain at the garden's center bubbled and sparkled in the sunlight. Kai noticed the intricate designs of the fountain, patterns that seemed both mathematical and artistic. He knelt to examine them closely. Nira watched him, curiosity evident in her expression. "You pay attention to details that others overlook," she observed. "That is part of your strength. Zorians often focus on grand gestures and power, but humans see the subtle things. Perhaps that is why you have succeeded so far." Kai looked up at her. "Success is not about being the strongest. It is about using what you have wisely. Every being has advantages. It is how we use them that matters." The princess considered his words. She realized that this human had taught her something she had not expected. His victories had not only proven his skill, but had also challenged her own assumptions about humans. She felt a growing respect for him, and perhaps something deeper, an unexpected bond that went beyond rivalry. Kai, she said finally, her voice softer, I find your presence calming. You face challenges with courage and thoughtfulness. You are unlike anyone I have met. I think we could learn much from each other. Kai smiled warmly. I would like that, Princess. Humans learn from anyone who has knowledge and experience. We respect those who teach us. I am glad to have this chance. They continued walking through the gardens, sharing stories of their worlds and experiences. Kai told Nira about humans who had traveled to space, the challenges they faced, and the friendships they formed along the way. Nira shared stories of Zoria, the history of her people, and the values they held dear. As the conversation flowed, Kai realized that this connection was different from any other he had experienced. It was not about competition or proving strength. It was about understanding, respect, and curiosity. The bond between them grew quietly but strongly, a foundation that could support future trust and cooperation. After some time, they stopped at a terrace overlooking the city. The twin suns were low in the sky, casting golden light across the crystal towers and reflecting in the canals below. The scene was breathtaking, and both Kai and Nira felt a sense of calm and inspiration. You see beauty in this world, Kai. Nira said softly. Do you see beauty in Earth as well? Kai nodded. Everywhere. There is beauty in life, in challenges, and in the people who face them. It is not always obvious, but it is always there if we look. Nira smiled faintly, a warmth in her expression that Kai had not seen before. Perhaps humans have more to offer than I ever imagined. Your courage, your thoughtfulness, your honesty, they are rare qualities here. I'm glad you are here. Kai felt a quiet pride. He had not only earned respect through skill and bravery, but had also begun to form a meaningful connection with someone who could influence many in the galaxy. The princess's admiration was genuine, and it was clear that their bond could grow stronger with trust and time. As the evening approached, the palace lights reflected off the crystal surfaces, creating a serene and magical atmosphere. Kai and Nira returned to the palace quietly, both thinking about the possibilities that lay ahead. The challenges would continue, but now there was a sense of understanding and mutual respect that had not existed before. Kai knew that humans could survive and thrive in ways the Zorians had not expected. He also knew that building alliances and bonds was as important as proving strength. This unexpected connection with Nira could shape the future of human and Zorian relations, and perhaps even the fate of the galaxy itself. For the first time, Kai felt that being a human in an alien world was not just a challenge, but an opportunity, a chance to show what humans could achieve and to form friendships and alliances that could last a lifetime. The peaceful morning on Zoria was shattered when alarms blared across the palace. Kai was in the gardens with Princess Nira, discussing recent events and the progress of their growing bond, when a deep vibration ran through the ground. Lights flashed along the crystal towers, and distant rumbling echoed across the city. What is happening? Kai asked, his eyes scanning the horizon. Nira's glowing blue eyes narrowed. A fleet of rogue aliens approaches. They are not here to negotiate. They seek to take Zoria by force. Kai immediately felt a surge of determination. He had faced challenges of skill and intelligence, but now the test was real. Survival was no longer a game. It was a matter of protecting lives. Princess, what can I do? Kai asked, ready to act. You can help coordinate the defenses, Nira said firmly. Zorians are strong, but this attack is sudden. We need every advantage we can get. Your knowledge of strategy and quick thinking will be valuable. Kai nodded. I will do everything I can. They rushed to the palace command center. The room was vast, filled with holographic displays showing the incoming fleet. The ships were sleek and numerous, their weapons glowing with dangerous energy. Zorian officers moved quickly, but there was tension in their movements. Even experienced leaders were unsure of how to respond to such a sudden threat. Kai stepped forward. We need to organize our defenses in layers. First, protect the citizens. Evacuate them to safe zones within the city. Then, Focus on slowing the attackers with traps and obstacles. Finally, we can engage them with coordinated strikes. Timing and coordination are key. Nira nodded, impressed by Kai's calm and logical approach. Very well. Lead the operations. Human, we will follow your guidance. Kai divided the command tasks efficiently. He instructed Zorian pilots to intercept the fleet at a distance, while engineers prepared energy barriers and defensive mechanisms. Civilians were guided safely into protected zones using clear paths and signals that minimized panic. As the first wave of attackers arrived, Kai monitored the situation closely. He noticed a pattern in their formation. By predicting their movements, he guided the Zorian forces to set traps and ambush points. Small skirmishes were won through clever strategy rather than sheer strength. Kai's instructions allowed Zorians to act efficiently and avoid unnecessary losses. Nira watched from the command center balcony. She had never seen such a calm and precise approach in the face of danger. Kai's leadership inspired confidence in everyone around him, including the palace guards who had initially doubted the humans' abilities. The rogue fleet pushed harder, their ships firing powerful energy beams toward the city. Kai quickly assessed the situation and instructed engineers to redirect energy from the palace's power core into defensive shields. The shields glowed brightly, absorbing the attacks while the Zorian forces executed flanking maneuvers. Kai realized that the enemy would target the palace next, hoping to capture the royal family. He devised a bold plan, using small, fast craft and hidden platforms. He coordinated a surprise strike that hit the fleet's supply ships. Without their supplies, the attackers' efficiency would drop, giving Zorians a critical advantage. The plan worked flawlessly. The rogue fleet faltered, giving Zorians the opening they needed. Kai guided them to concentrate on weak points, exploiting gaps in the enemy formation. Each move was calculated and precise. The rogue aliens had strength and weapons, but Kai's strategy and human ingenuity gave Zorians the edge. Meanwhile, Princess Nira organized her personal guards to defend key positions in the city. She moved quickly, her agility and leadership evident to all who saw her. Yet, even she knew that without Kai's guidance, the defense would have been chaotic. His calm presence and clear instructions had changed the tide of the battle. Hours passed. The battle raged in the skies above and on platforms within the city. Kai continued to adapt, noticing patterns and giving instructions to counter every new tactic the attackers used. Zorians began to trust his judgment completely. Civilians remained safe, and morale stayed high despite the danger. Finally, the rogue fleet, weakened and confused by Kai's strategy, began to retreat. Zorian ships pursued cautiously, ensuring they would not return. The city was battered but safe, and the citizens cheered from their protective zones. Princess Nira descended to the command center, her glowing eyes bright with admiration. She approached Kai and placed a hand on his shoulder. "You have done more than I expected, human," she said. "Your quick thinking and courage saved Zoria today. Without you, many lives would have been lost." Kai looked at her, feeling a mix of pride and humility. "I only did what humans do best. We think, adapt, and act even when the situation seems impossible. Zoria has brave warriors. I only help them see the best way to use their skills." Nira smiled, genuinely impressed. "You have earned my respect, not just as a visitor, but as someone I can trust. Humans are not weak. You have shown qualities that Zorians can learn from: courage, intelligence, and determination. These are traits I admire in you." Kai nodded. "Thank you, Princess. I'm glad I could help. Protecting lives is always worth the effort, no matter the planet." The citizens of Zoria emerged from their safe zones, cheering for the human who had helped defend their home. Some approached Kai to express gratitude, while others simply watched in awe. His presence had become a symbol of hope and determination. Later, as the sun set over the palace, Kai and Nira walked together through the gardens once more. The city had survived, and the crisis had strengthened their bond. Nira's admiration was clear, and Kai felt a deep respect for the princess's courage and wisdom. "This day will be remembered," Nira said softly, "not only for the victory, But for what it showed us, humans have qualities that can change the course of events. You proved that today, Kai. Kai smiled. I only hope that humans and Zorians can continue to learn from one another. Together, we can face challenges that neither of us could handle alone. Nira nodded, a thoughtful expression on her face. Perhaps this is the beginning of a new chapter for our worlds. Your courage and intelligence have made a difference. I am glad you are here. Kai felt a quiet pride. He had faced a real test of skill, strategy, and courage, and humans had proven themselves once again. The crisis on Zoria had not only saved lives, but had also strengthened the connection between him and Princess Nira. Their bond was no longer based on rivalry, but on mutual respect and trust. As the stars appeared in the sky above Zoria, Kai knew that greater challenges awaited. Yet, he also knew that humans could rise to any occasion. He had proven that even in a world of aliens with superior strength, courage, intelligence, and ingenuity could turn the tide. For the first time, Kai felt that being human in an alien world was not just a test but an opportunity. The galaxy was vast, filled with challenges and adventures, and with allies like Princess Nira, humans had a chance to shine in ways no one had imagined. The palace of Zoria buzzed with life the day after the crisis. Citizens and nobles alike moved through the halls, speaking in excited tones. Word had spread quickly about the human who had helped defend the city from the rogue fleet. Kai, once an outsider, had become a figure of admiration. Princess Nira watched from her balcony as people gathered below, their faces bright with gratitude. She had seen Kai's courage, intelligence, and quick thinking firsthand. He had not only acted bravely, but had also guided Zorians with strategies that even their most experienced leaders had not considered. Kai, she said, her voice carrying softly as she called him to the balcony. Come here. There are many who wish to honor your efforts. Kai stepped forward, careful to maintain his calm composure. He had faced challenges before, but this recognition felt different. It was not a test or a contest. It was acknowledgement from a people who had once underestimated humans. As he reached the balcony, Nira gestured toward the gathered crowd. Citizens of Zoria, warriors, and scholars, she announced, her voice clear and commanding. Today we honor a human named Kai. He has shown bravery, intelligence, and resourcefulness that helped save our city. He proved that humans are not to be underestimated. Let us show him our gratitude. The crowd erupted in cheers, clapping and raising their hands in respect. Kai stood tall, a small smile on his face, as he waved to the Zorians. For the first time, he felt truly seen and respected in this alien world. After the public acknowledgement, Nira led Kai to a private chamber. The room was filled with light, reflecting off the crystal walls, giving it a warm and peaceful glow. She approached him, her glowing eyes showing genuine admiration. You have done more than I expected. She said, your courage saved lives, and your intelligence turned the battle in our favor. I underestimated humans, but now I see that they have qualities even Zorians can learn from. Kai bowed slightly, keeping his tone humble. Thank you, Princess. I only did what humans do best. We think, adapt, and act even when the odds seem impossible. Zoria is brave and capable people. I only help them use their strengths effectively. Nira smiled faintly. You have shown me something important. Humans have more than physical strength or resilience. They have creativity, ingenuity, and courage that can change outcomes. You proved that today, and I admire it. Kai nodded, feeling a quiet pride. Recognition was not his goal, but it was satisfying to know that his actions had made a real difference. Beyond the titles, ceremonies, and honors, he had earned respect from someone who could influence the future of Zoria. As they walked through the palace corridors, Nira spoke thoughtfully. Your approach to challenges is unique. You do not rely solely on power or skill. You analyze, adapt, and act. It is a quality that we rarely see in this galaxy. Kai glanced at her, a small smile playing on his lips. Humans survive because we face difficulties every day. Strength is valuable, but intelligence and courage can turn the tide. I am glad I could show you that humans are more than what others assume. The princess studied him for a moment, then nodded. Indeed, you have changed my view. I will make sure that humans are considered valuable allies in the future. Your presence here is a reminder that even those we underestimate can have great impact later. The palace held a formal ceremony to honor Kai. He received the Medal of Bravery, crafted from Zorian crystal, representing the courage and skill he had shown. The princess presented it herself, her hand steady as she placed the medal around his neck. Let this symbolize not only your bravery, but the potential of humans to stand alongside Zorians, she said. May your actions inspire others, and may we continue to learn from one another. Kai accepted the medal with gratitude. I am honored, Princess. This recognition is meaningful. But the greatest reward is knowing that lives were saved and that humans can contribute to the galaxy in meaningful ways. As the ceremony ended, many citizens approached him. They asked questions, shared their gratitude, and sought advice. Kai spoke with patience and humility, offering insights without boasting. The respect he received was genuine, and it strengthened his confidence in humanity's abilities. Princess Nira observed quietly, impressed by Kai's demeanor, even in the face of admiration. He remained grounded. She realized that humans had a rare combination of courage, intelligence, and humility that made them exceptional. After the crowd dispersed, Nira and Kai returned to the palace gardens. The twin suns were setting, casting golden light across the crystal fountains. Kai watched as the reflections danced across the surface of the water, creating patterns that seemed alive. You have earned more than recognition today, Nira said softly. You have earned trust and respect. Your actions have shown that humans can stand with Zorians as equals, not just visitors or outsiders. Kai nodded. Trust is earned through action, not words. I am glad to have proven that humans can make a difference. I hope this is only the beginning of what we can accomplish together. Nira smiled faintly. It will be. Your courage and intelligence have opened doors that many believed were closed. I am curious to see what comes next, human. Kai glanced at her, understanding the weight of her words. Their partnership, built on respect and shared experiences, had grown stronger. He realized that humans and Zorians could accomplish far more together than apart. As the stars began to appear above Zoria, Kai felt a sense of fulfillment. The recognition, the admiration, and the medals were symbols. But the real achievement was proving the value of humans in a galaxy that often underestimated them. Princess Nira's eyes reflected the starlight as she spoke quietly. You have shown that humans are not defined by size or strength alone. You are defined by courage, intelligence, and the willingness to act when it matters most. That is a lesson I will not forget. Kai smiled, feeling a deep sense of pride. Then perhaps humans and Zorians can continue to learn from each other. Together, we can face challenges that neither could handle alone. The palace was calm now, but the memory of the battle and the recognition lingered in everyone's hearts. Kai had not only earned respect, but had also changed perceptions. Humans, once considered weak, were now seen as capable, intelligent, and courageous. Princess Nira placed a hand on Kai's shoulder. You have earned my admiration, human. I am glad you are here. Your presence has made a difference, and I believe it will continue to do so. Kai nodded. Thank you, Princess. I am glad to have the chance to show what humans can do. The galaxy is full of challenges, and I hope humans can continue to rise to them. As the evening deepened, Kai looked out over the city, feeling a sense of accomplishment. He had faced tests of skill, strategy, and courage, and humans had proven their worth. Recognition was not the goal, but it was a reminder that even the smallest or underestimated beings could have a great impact. For Kai, the future was full of possibilities. With allies like Princess Nira and the trust of the Zorians, humans could shine in ways that no one had imagined. The journey was far from over, but today had shown that courage, intelligence, and determination could change the course of events in the galaxy. The morning sun rose over Zoria, casting golden light across the city after the recent crisis. The atmosphere in the palace and streets was one of cautious optimism. The rogue fleet had been repelled, and the citizens were slowly returning to their routines. Kai walked through the palace gardens alongside Princess Nira, feeling the quiet satisfaction of having made a real difference. "You have changed the way Zorians see humans," Nira said, her voice calm and thoughtful. "I have seen your courage, intelligence, and strategy. Today, it is clear that humans are capable allies." Kai nodded. "I am glad to have shown that humans can stand alongside Zorians. Strength is important, but thought, courage, and determination matter just as much. We can accomplish more together." Nira smiled faintly. "Indeed, that is why I want to discuss something important. The Royal Council has agreed to formalize an alliance with your people. Humans will no longer be outsiders. You will be welcomed as partners in trade, exploration, and defense." Kai's eyes widened slightly. "An alliance? That is more than I could have hoped for. It is an honor, Princess." "Humans have earned respect through actions," Nira said. "Your bravery during the attacks and your guidance to our warriors have proven that humans can be trusted. We cannot ignore such qualities." The palace held a formal ceremony later. That day, Zorian officials, citizens, and honored guests gathered to witness the signing of the alliance. Kai stood beside Princess Nira, representing humanity with dignity and pride. Holographic displays showed the words of the agreement, outlining cooperation, trade, and mutual support between humans and Zorians. As the agreement was signed, the crowd cheered. The gesture symbolized more than politics. It was a recognition of human worth and capability. Kai felt the weight of responsibility, knowing that humans now had a real role in shaping the future of Zoria and its allies. After the ceremony, Nira and Kai walked through the palace terraces, overlooking the city. "This alliance is only the beginning," Nira said. "There will be challenges ahead. Not all will trust humans easily, and some may test your skills. But I believe you will continue to show that humans are remarkable." Kai nodded. "Humans thrive on challenges. We learn, adapt, and act when needed. The future is full of opportunities, and I hope humans can continue to make a positive impact." Nira glanced at him, her expression softer than he had ever seen. "You have shown me that strength is not always visible. Courage, intelligence, and persistence can achieve what raw power cannot. You have taught me a lesson I will not forget." Kai felt a quiet warmth in her words. Beyond the battles, the medals, and the recognition, there was mutual respect. A bond had grown, one that went beyond rivalry and even friendship. It was trust, understanding, and the recognition of shared goals. The next weeks were filled with cooperation and training. Kai worked with Zorian warriors, sharing human strategies for problem-solving and adaptive thinking. The warriors were eager to learn, fascinated by perspectives that were different from their own. Kai also participated in missions exploring nearby planets, showing the Zorians the value of human intuition and ingenuity. Princess Nira observed these interactions closely. She saw how humans and Zorians could complement each other. While Zorians had superior strength and speed, humans brought creativity, adaptability, and clever tactics that often turned difficult situations into victories. The alliance was proving its worth. One evening, as the twin suns set, Kai and Nira walked along the palace terraces. Reflecting on recent events, the city below glowed with life, and the air was calm after the turbulence of the past days. "You have accomplished much," Nira said, "not just in battle, but in building trust. Humans are now part of Zoria in a way that I never imagined." Kai looked at her, smiling. "It is an honor to help. Humans survive by learning, adapting, and working together. I am glad that Zorians and humans can face the future as allies." Nira nodded, her eyes reflecting the last rays of sunlight. "I have seen courage and intelligence in many beings, but rarely together in one. You have shown both. That is why I trust you, Kai." Kai felt a surge of pride. He had come to Zoria as an outsider, a human in a strange world. He had faced challenges, earned respect, and formed a meaningful bond with someone whose judgment mattered greatly. Now, he was part of something larger than himself, a bridge between species, a symbol of what humans could achieve. The night settled over Zoria, and the stars appeared in the sky, mirrored by the glowing crystals of the palace. Kai and Nira stood together, looking toward the future. "Do you think humans and Zorians can truly work together for long?" Kai asked. "I do," Nira said firmly. "Your actions have proven it. Trust has been built, respect earned, and alliances formed. The galaxy is vast, and there will be challenges, but together we are stronger." Kai smiled. "Then I am ready for whatever comes next. Humans are not afraid to face the unknown. And now we have allies who share that courage." Nira's eyes glowed softly. "You have shown me that strength is more than physical. It is the courage to act, the intelligence to think ahead, and the persistence to never give up. Humans possess all of these qualities. You are remarkable." Kai felt a quiet gratitude. "Thank you, Princess. Your respect means more than any medal or title. It shows that humans can be recognized for what we truly are, not just for what others assume." The following weeks marked a new era for Zoria. Humans arrived in controlled numbers. Guided by the Alliance Agreement, they shared knowledge, technology, and strategies. Zorians welcomed the collaboration, learning from the human perspective. While contributing their strength and experience, Kai worked tirelessly, teaching, advising, and helping to organize missions that strengthened the bond between the species. His efforts were recognized by both humans and Zorians alike. The lessons learned during the crisis in the Alliance were now applied to exploration, defense, and diplomacy. Princess Nira often walked with Kai, discussing plans, sharing insights, and occasionally laughing at human quirks. Their bond grew stronger, based on respect, shared goals, and mutual admiration. They have faced challenges together and emerged not only victorious but united. One evening, as the twin suns set and the city of Zoria glowed beneath them, Nira turned to Kai. "You have done more than I expected. Humans are capable of greatness, and you have proven it. I am glad that we met, Kai. I hope this is only the beginning of many achievements together." Kai nodded, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. "It is. Humans can face challenges, adapt, and succeed, especially with allies who share the same courage and vision. Together, we can achieve much." The stars shone above, reflecting the crystal towers of Zoria. Kai looked out over the city, knowing that humans had earned their place. Respect, recognition, and trust had been won through courage, intelligence, and determination. The journey had been long, but the reward was clear. Humans could shine in the galaxy, even among beings far stronger and faster. Princess Nira's hand brushed against his, a subtle gesture of acknowledgement and trust. Together, Kai, humans, and Zorians can face the future, she said softly. Kai smiled, understanding the depth of her words. "Yes, Princess, together, we can face anything." As the night deepened, the city of Zoria rested under the stars. The alliance between humans and Zorians stood as a testament to courage, intelligence, and the power of trust. Kai had proven that humans, often underestimated, could rise to any challenge and earn a place among the stars. The journey was far from over, but one truth was certain: humans had shown their value, and the galaxy would never see them the same way again.